I'm going to go through some basic navigation and setup tasks in Google Earth. I want you to know how to kind of do some setups, how to navigate, how to enter searches, adding place marks, and then switch back and forth to Google Maps to look at contour lines, and then how to make a map in Google Earth Pro. So when you launch Google Earth from the shortcut icon, which looks like that, you're going to get, usually you get a little startup tips. You can turn that off, but sometimes there's really good stuff. I'm going to close it today. And so this is the way your Google Maps should come in, and or Google Earth will come in. Once you do setups on your system, it will stay that way. So the first thing I want to do is go into Tools and Options, and I'd like us to work in decimal, minutes, and seconds. The other thing I find helpful is if I go into navigation and I choose do not automatically tilt while zooming. So I'm going to just say OK to both of those. And then in order to to move around, I can use my left mouse button and click and drag the earth around. I can also click the hand there. I can scroll in and out using the slider bar, or my mouse has a wheel on it, so I can roll up or back to zoom. You'll notice that the north orientation can change, so if you want to go back due north, you double click this. This will move you incrementally, and because I set this earlier, when you open yours, your tour guide will be on, and I turned that off as well. I just closed that, and this way I can see. Well, let's search Eugene, Oregon. You want to make sure that you have Search Google as opposed to parcel search. If I click parcel search, I will get no match found. If I click Google search and search, it will automatically zoom into Eugene, and if there's more than one, it will give me some options. So what I notice here is when I look at my layers, my road layer's on, so that pops up. I can turn that on or off. This is a lot like ArcGIS Online, where you have labels and layers in your table of contents. I'm going to zoom in, and what I can notice here, the information down below shows me the latitude and longitude of wherever the hand is. The ground elevation is 442 feet. I'm viewing this from an elevation of about 17,000 feet. So I'm getting all of that from the bottom of my window. I can also, I think, where was it? I saw a scale. I can turn on a scale bar here that lets me look a little bit, get a sense of what my scale is. So one way to search for things is to type in a name. The other way is to type in or copy and paste a longitude and a latitude. So if I were to give you some coordinates, you could copy and paste those into the search window, and you'll notice this is in 46 degrees, 11 minutes, and 28.32 seconds. That would be latitude, and there's a comma. Then there's a negative 120 degrees, 11 minutes, and 39.8 seconds. So I'm going to choose search. And this happens to be the coordinates for Mount St. Helens. So here I am. And Google Earth puts a place mark here, shows me the latitude and longitude of that location. I can turn that off, and I can now add my own place mark. So here is the crater. This was the mud flow. So I'm going to click the Add Place Mark tool, and I'm going to label this Mount St. Helens. or just St. Helens. And I can change the type of marker if I want, because that's a volcano. I'm going to click that. I could change maybe the color of the label. See what that changes the name of St. Helens, and I could make the volcano even redder, I do believe. Let's see what that does. Yeah, so I have some access on changing those things. Once I name it and choose OK, Mount St. Helens becomes placed in my places. And now I have an icon that will stay with my Google Earth unless I get rid of it. The really nice thing about this is that I can share this with people. I can right click Mount St. Helens and I could say save that place as. I'm just going to throw this on my desktop right now. And I'm going to call it a St. Helens KML. And I'm going to save that. And now, if I could find it on my incredibly messy desktop, aha, here it is. Hold on, I'm scooting this out of the way. So if I were to close my Google Earth Pro and I were to attach this KML in an email, all I would have to do is double click that KML, and if I have Google Earth on my computer, it will automatically open up. Maybe. Let me close that. There we go. It's just taking a minute. And you'll see that it automatically loaded that St. Helens place mark where I had put it originally. And why there are two of them, I know, because it was originally in. So this is the one I originally had. If I remove that, yes, then this is the St. Helens place mark that I sent myself. So let's see, we've added searches, we added place mark. Now you can do a couple things with Google Earth Pro. One is you can make a map. So I'm going to click, where is the make a map? I hope that's it. Let's see, is that save image? No, that's not it. Hold on, I'll have to find the make a map. No. Oh, map options. Okay, so here's some things I can put on my map. Oh shoot. Okay, wait a minute. Let me do the view in Google Maps first. Okay, and then we'll go back to this. So I want you to be able to move back and forth. So if I choose view in Google Maps, I found this a little bit problematic at times. So one of the things I have to do is wait, let the program kind of initiate, and then I'm going to close this. I can hold my mouse down and move. So there's the image of Mount St. Helens. If I change from the satellite image to the map image and click terrain, I can now go in and look at contour lines on this map. And so I can see that the elevation of the rim here is about 8,200 feet. It drops down to, I can't read that, 6,800 feet. And then that little internal crater is higher. And then I can look at the flow and the contours as we move down the path of the rock flow. So being able to move back and forth between Google Earth and Google Maps is important. Being able to go from satellite to map and terrain view is important. So we're going to go back to Google Earth, and then I'm going to show you how to make a map. So I'm having trouble getting it to print correctly, so I'm going to forget that part for now. Once I figure that out, If that becomes important, I will share that with you. But at this point, I just need you to be able to add geographic coordinates, be able to move back and forth from Google Earth to Google Maps, and that should help you with the lab on landslides.